Hey, my name's shawnshawn. I sell art on shawnshawn.co. Today we're going to react to Kaiteki art. I think she's from Japan. So scrolling at the top of her YouTube page, she has kind of a nice painting in the background. Keiki Art Across YouTube channel. You don't really need to say YouTube channel. It's obviously, you could just say Keiki Art. Kaiteki Art, I would say. Her main thing is ASMR videos. She has a picture of a melon. That's kind of cool because it's her style of artwork, but you don't really know who it is. That could be any illustrative artist that does a picture of a fruit. So I would do a picture of a face. It's just more unique. Even from the back would be better than picture of a melon. It's good with a picture with like this size. I think is the best for that. At the top, she has an ASMR video. It's all in Japanese. She's obviously a Japanese artist, so that's her primary audience. Her top video playlist is videos. So she has that just set out. Popular videos, I would put that first because newer viewers, which are probably 70, 80, 90% of your viewers, are going to come to your channel for the first time. If you have that first, they're going to tend to binge watch that. You're going to have more clicks, more views, and more follows through on that. Just better stats on YouTube just by pushing it up to the top playlist. Her next playlist is ASMR, which is obviously sound effects while you painting, just the sound of painting itself. She has illustrated making, which I would probably just call it illustration. She has something in Japanese, which I'm assuming is describing how to make artwork in Japanese. It looks like colorful coloring cards from what I can see. She has another one, this is how to draw, obviously in Japanese. So, again, and she has another Japanese playlist. I think this is landscapes, I'm not exactly sure. Another one, which is sketching, it looks like, Japanese. And she has another one, which is, I guess, illustration, watercolor maybe. This is a daily art challenge, so this is a really popular thing with artists where they just paint a painting every day. It's a really great way to become a great artist and get your talent really up there really quickly. And she has some other channels, KK Art Second and KK Art Third Coloring. So not sure why she has other channels, but I mean, she probably explains it in Japanese somewhere and shorts. Let's go to the first video. And if you do all your videos in Japanese, you could do subtitles in English at the bottom. I think that'll be a really cool add-on. You can just have a whole another audience just by adding those subtitles in there. A free audience for you on YouTube. Maybe split the channels, a Japanese version, an English version. That might be an idea as well. So let's just play this, see what it's like. The first one is called ASMR Acrylic Painting Ocean Waves. So she has her logo go across the top. That's really smart. Not really introduction, but you have the nice sound effects. Gonna put the canvas. You're gonna see it from the very beginning stages to the end. This isn't a bad thing for any painting video to kind of see a start of the painting. That's a really smart thing. Got a nice full acrylic set, which is really cool. Probably all Japanese. They're Turner, so I don't know this brand, but if you're gonna use paint, use obviously all artist quality. It's cooler that it's a full set like that. I want to skip ahead. This is a really nice setup, I would say. This is a smart way to start a video. Let's go more to the video. So again, this is all focused on the sound effects versus explaining the painting technique. Ooh. I get this with the headphones, so it sounds awesome. So I guess he's making some kind of fan for the beach, which is kind of silly, but if you're just going for that texture and sound effects, this is a great thing to do, I would say. So it does look like sand, I would say. Gritty. Great detail shot there. That's really cool. Good zoom shot here where you just got focused on one item. I think she's going to make some kind of paste. Gotta love the microphone on this. Like most painting videos, you might not shoot ASMR, but to add all these sound effects, really high quality, really makes a difference in the painting. You can hear it in this video. Let's scroll ahead a little more, guys, further into the video. You're just going to have sound effects of putting on the paint, I guess. There's just like almost no sound effect. A little bit. This is a good smart element to put into your painting videos, tutorials. Just have like putting the paint on there. It actually makes a big difference. It's kind of cool with the zoom ins and everything. That adds a lot. I do zoom ins on my artwork, so I would encourage that just on a regular painting tutorial. Let's scroll ahead a little more, guys. So it's kind of funny because most people probably try to tone out the texture sound of the painting. Like I do that in my videos. I kind of just have music and I get rid of that sound. But here she's keeping it because people like to hear the sound of the painting. But she's got a really cool microphone. Oh, let me get the dog. He's outside. Hold on, guys. So I would have brought the dog in, but he's big and he might, start chewing stuff and distract me. All right, let's go ahead a little bit more, guys. She's got a lot of good detail about how to actually make a kind of a simplistic way to put a good painting together. We've got some waves. I guess these are bubbles in the waves. It's kind of a cool effect using, because I usually just splatter with a paintbrush, so it's kind of cool that she just did that with. Again, great, got the camera and the microphone really close to all that, makes a lot of, really satisfying sound to this. And on her website, she has a little subscribe me in the corner. I would just put your actually brand, like Kaiteki Art, subscribe maybe. But she does have it on the top, so I'm just going to add some kind of iridescence right into it. That's a cool way that you actually have iridescent dust and you can just mix it in with any color you want. Versus, like here you have to, as far as I've seen, buy iridescent colors one by one. So this is kind of, you just take it in, throw it in any color you want. It's got a little sparkly into it, so it's a pretty cool effect. You can take iridescent pearl and just mix it in with any color as well as a workaround. Versus this way of working it. Really nice scraping effect. Which again, I don't know if that's a great technique, but it, for sound effects it's great for ASMR. Let's scroll ahead a little bit more. I like how she's changing up the video angles too. It adds a lot. Kind of feels like a painting. She got a really nice shimmering effect. It would have that depth, but there's no waves. I mean, I guess on a very shallow beach this could be possible. Definitely a cool way to do the artwork, I would say. It's very interesting. It pulls you in as a painter. I don't know about the average viewer. Let's scroll ahead a little more, guys. We're just kind of adding some details. The white on the beach. I'm toning it back. She has very practical nails too. Some people have these very long nails and paint it. I'm like, it's super cool as an artist, but then it's like, it's not very practical being a painter to paint your nails. But I guess you're going to add some more depth to the waves here. Let's scroll ahead to the final product, guys. See what it looks like. The sand is pretty cool. Really cool music at the end. It's very subtle. This is cool. Very nice ending. She has a little bit of titles in there. Our next video is called ASMR. It's in Japanese something. Watercolor painting. So ocean waves. I'm assuming she's just putting in Japanese and English to kind of, since it's ASMR, you can play both languages. Just the title. Our channel. Here's our channel at the top. Oh, it's not ASMR video of the painting. Uh-oh, it's not. So it's classical, kind of tape out the drawing. A lot of painters will do this to have a nice white line at the top. That does have a nice satisfying. It's gonna have the pencil. Let's skip ahead a little more, guys. Get more into the video. I love these Japanese, I guess they're colors. They're just such cool ass boxes. Like that just makes it so much cooler as an artist. It just gets you more hooked into it. Got a little saying in there. Oh, these are like, I guess, charcoal? We'll find out. Okay, so they're just hard watercolors just made into huge blocks. That's pretty cool, actually. A really cool way to serve the watercolor, so to say. You just have these really nice white ceramics. That's interesting. She mixed it in one bowl and not just in the other bowl, but maybe it's easier for her to work that way. So she's going to make all the colors. I'll skip ahead to the drawing here. Here we're getting more of the face. It didn't look like she sketched it in much. She just kind of freehanded it, I think. But she obviously has a really good understanding, probably a lot of drawing practice to get to those right proportions right out of the gate. So I wouldn't suggest this if you're right out the gate. It's gonna look terrible. But if you've practiced a lot, you're gonna have this talent where you just kind of lay it down really quick, and it looks like, wow, you can just easily do a face. And it's like, no, it's really harder. It's a lot of practice to get that good. Very nice blending on the watercolor here. Like, look at the perfection of the proportions here. It's like, wow. And Japanese watercolor brushes they're like some of the best in the world. They just give you this great texture because they did a lot of ink painting for a long time historically. So just for watercolor, it just comes together beautifully. I'm gonna scroll ahead a little more. It's interesting the angle she's using here too. Paper paste. So again, this great zoom in shot with also the microphone really close, so you got that really great sound. This is great for any painting tutorial, but you know, if you're doing ASMR, it's great. But just to add this, just kind of adds. You can see the effect it would have on a painting tutorial. Just to have these really close sound ups with a great microphone makes a huge difference, I think. It'll make your video a lot more green, where you can just use it over and over and over again, versus you shoot it once, put it up there, which is fine. It's a great way to get attention, but the more quality in the video, it's going to have people come back and over and over and over again. So it just depends how you want to do it. If you want to upload a million videos, that's one way. Another way is to make really high quality videos with the sound, the microphone, the zoom in, all that. It takes a lot longer to make one video versus maybe say 5 just shot raw. But this is going to be more evergreen, I'd say. But some people like the raw videos. It's hard to say which is the best way. Not sure why. I guess those are the hair strands. I don't think hair is that clumpy, but let's scroll ahead a little more, guys. She likes to add texture there, which I don't know if it adds much to watercolor for me, but I think she has a really great talent for illustration, I would say. Like, I buy these brushes and destroyed in one day, so I don't know how people keep their brushes so fine-tuned. I mean, I'm doing something wrong for sure. I think if I just had brushes only for watercolor and I stuck specifically, I might have higher quality brushes, but I just use it for acrylic, oil, watercolor. I don't care, so the brushes look rough. So it's always amazing to me when I see people that just have these high quality brushes. I'm like, how are they not destroyed already? Like, that brush has been used, but it's still really good. She's really kept her brushes up, which has nothing to do with the painting tutorial or not, but to get these effects, you got to know how to care for your brushes as well. So just amazing. Because this is a watercolor, it's like you can't really subtract. She has a little bit because she's using this paste and everything to kind of give more of an image in her eye. I'm not sure why she has those white things in her eye. Like, normally just one would be okay, but maybe the whole background is this white stuff. Maybe it's snowing. I don't know. Let me scroll ahead more, guys. It's so cool how she's zooming into it. It just makes such a cool impression. Very cool, unrealistic blue hair, but people dye their hair blue. It just makes that pop between the flesh and the blue hair just amazing. Just those little subtle differences where it's realism and then you got blue hair, which is unrealistic, but it could be realistic if you dye your hair that way. Oh, here she's staining the whole thing blue. I guess it's to make it more kind of a lot of subtlety to the color. So just, you know, super advanced painting skills, because most people will be like, no, keep the pink. So in a way that's daring, but also just a high understanding of what the color should look like. Or you can reinterpret the colors, so to say. It's very cool what you can do with watercolor. It has this very abstract feel and at the same time high realism as she's getting. So it's just amazing control of the brush to keep that. Because normally in watercolor it's extremely hard to keep the realism, tiny details that she's keeping. Let's scroll ahead to the final product, guys, here. She's adding little, I guess, drops of tears on there? I don't know. I guess maybe she's underwater. I'm not sure what those effects are. It's super cool, though. Really amazing. It's almost like she's drowning in her own tears kind of feel. Very cool. Yeah, very good talent. Very cool zoom in and out, so you get a lot of final product. Is really cool. KK art, so that's cool. So let's go to the third video. The last video is a little older. Oh no, it's 2 months ago. Never mind. It's called Sumi Ink and Watercolor Painting Starry Sky Blue.
こんにちは、快適アートです。この動画は2024年始まって1本目の動画です。
So I'll say right out of the gate, this is way cooler to have her voice in here because you know what she sounds like. It gives some more personality to it, as you'll notice. So I think it's a really stronger way to do the video, and you just do the English titles, which I thought about in ASMR. But there is a segment in ASMR video, so it's kind of like hard to say what's the best. But you get much more connection with the artist, I think, with the voiceover.
と書いていたもので、今回はこちらの呉武さんの細木神美という墨のセットを主に使って描いていきます。カラーの墨と、あとは黒い墨2種類が入ったセットです。この固形の墨は水彩のように使えるんですが、大きな違いはに皮が入っていることによって、一度乾いて定着すると濡らしても取れなくなることです。なので重ね塗りがしやすいです。
This is really cool with her voice. Let's skip a little more forward into the painting, guys. Got really traditional Japanese background music. I like that a lot too.
人間の肌の部分は明るい印象で全てを描きたかったので、陰影を入れすぎとか、あとは色の濁りに注意して薄い色を重ねて描いていきます。墨は色の粒子がすごい細かいので、こういう滑らかなグラデーションとか淡い色の幅がとても出しやすいと思います。
Okay, great brushes. Cool. A really cool camera angle where it's upside down a little bit. Just very subtle techniques. It's really cool. Like the brush control and everything, just like this is just next level. She obviously has to sketch in the hands first. She might have rough painted them. I might have missed that, but let's scroll a little bit more, good. So get more color in the canvas, a blue background, which is really cool with the black. It really stands out against the pink flesh tones. Really nice dark she's adding in there to really make it pop. That really helps. Yeah, man, she captures such gray sadness in her eyes. It's like, wow, it's just so cool. Especially being watercolor, it's usually very non-controlled. So for her to be able to control the watercolor is just, well, it's ink, but it's still amazing because I painted with ink. It's very hard to control. Again, you can see those high quality Japanese big brushes that go to a point. They're so cool to work with. It's like, wow. But they've been doing for hundreds of years, but it's just amazing people learn this technique and obviously great materials.
こちらは初めて使う絵の具です。草壁のハルモニアという分離色のシリーズの漆黒の執事という色です。この絵の具は黒と青に分離する絵の具なんですが、この絵がもともと青い絵なので、あんまりこの絵の具の特に分離した青い色味って分かんなかったんですけれども、結構ざらついた感じが面白い絵の具だったので、レース生地のムラというか細かいざらついた感じを作るのにこの絵の具を使ってみました。
Her layering is just amazing here, guys. Let's go a little further ahead.
入れていきます。髪の毛にもホワイトで線を加えて、髪の束感をさらに細かくしていきます。
So this is cool. She's bringing back some of the white. A lot of watercolor contests will be like, you can't use this because it has white. You're like, so dumb. Like, you get a beautiful artwork. Who cares how it came about? Very, very cool. So again, usually a young girl would not have white hair, but that's
まつげを
kind of
追
what's
加して
cool.
いきます。こちらはフィギュア用の筆なんですけれども、すごい細くてコシがある筆なんで、毛で毛を描くみたいな感じですね。
Oh yeah, it's just like there's like 3 strands of hair to paint that eyelashes, but that's the only way to do it right. It's like, wow. Like such great control here.
岩彩の青緑系の色やいろんな青色を使って青い色をさらに深くしていきます。
Yeah, this is really cool layering where you put the white dots and you go over them, so it kind of makes the white dots, gives depth to the white dots, so to say, because some of them will be further back. So when that dries, it'll be a really cool effect. Great zoom shots of the painting.
あとはこういうにじみみたいな模様もちょっと書き込んで意図的に入れてみました。こういう星空は今までいろんな絵の具で何回か描いているんですけれども、今回は絵の具のにじみをあえて作ったり、こうポタッと落とした形をそのままあえて残して絵の具の空みたいな感じで塗ってみました。細木神秘の白を使います。この白は優しい白で、こういう風に薄塗りで塗るとかなり発色が弱いんですけれども、繊細な白いベールを重ねたような彩色ができます。光り方がダイヤモンドみたいで、ランダムにキラキラ光る感じがすごい綺麗な絵の具です。そして絵の具自体の色味がないので、いろんな絵の具との相性がいいと思います。
It's a little bit too much glitter to me. I mean, I like I respect the touches, but girls like it. They're really the buyers
ここ
of
の
this
部
type of
分
art.
は
So
クリスタルと先ほどの黒い分離色を混ぜた黒で描いています。こんな感じで好きな絵の具にちょっと混ぜて使ってみるっていうのもできる絵の具なので、気になる方はぜひ使ってみてください。
I'm gonna scroll to the very end, guys.
大き感がすごい空いてしまったんですが、自分の中では納得のできるいいものになったと思っています。絵のテーマとか設定については動画では解説しなかったので、皆さんの中でどんな風に思ってもらえるかわかんないって感じなんですけれども、それぞれで解釈してもらって、この絵が気に入ってもらえたらいいなと思います。
Wow. She's like amazing painter, man. It's like, holy crap. All right, I like her zooms at the end. She really explains the artwork. So going on to her website, she has one link which is called inamaraku10.co.jp for Japan, obviously. Shop Orion, and then it has a number. This is kind of, I think it's combined with other websites, I want to say, like this Orion website, or they added ads on top of that. I think that's a very Japanese thing to do, but you don't want to have these other products if they're not, I don't know if they're her products or not, but let's see, I'm just going to click one to see what happens. I mean, if I spoke Japanese, I'd probably understand the website a lot more clearly. What I do know is this isn't an artist's website per se, from what I can tell. It's some kind of collab thing, like a third-party website. So I guess she's selling her watercolor books, maybe some affiliate links here, it looks like maybe, if they are hers. She also has an Instagram, which I think is better. The Instagram, everyone knows what Instagram looks like, so she has a little bit of about her at the top. She's a melon. It would be kind of cool if she did like a painting of herself. Maybe a self-portrait is probably the painting. That would probably be the strongest way to go. And yeah, you can see her artwork. But again, Instagram's a really great third-party way to get around to social share it, but it's not necessarily your own website. So you can have these websites just disappear. That happened with MySpace. I had a really big MySpace account, and overnight it's gone. I have a big Flickr account, but the volume's gone from one of the top websites to way under as Instagram. So as those different sites move around, it can impact your popularity with no control of your own. While you have a website, you can set up your own shop, your own bio. You can embed your YouTube links and have those kind of your own little thing, and it comes together a lot nicer. It's much more permanent, and you can gather emails, so you can get more of a free marketing website right off your email list. So that's a strong way why you would have a website. But yeah, that's Kaiteki art. Hope you guys like it. Give me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe below. And I'll see you on the next Artist React video. See you guys.